maybe not go about it the same exact, but what just happened with my mouth? Greetings, Royals. It is Constance with QueenLamise.com, your place for tips and inspiration on learning love and pursuing that purpose the right way. Okay? So in this video, I want to give you 3 steps to improving your relationships and getting those major relationship goals that you want so bad. Don't be trying to act all cool like you don't want it. I know you want it. That's why you here. And for those of us who have been in the game a while and you feel like a one woman or a one man circus act trying to get these relationship goals accomplished, and you're probably like, 3 steps? Really? We be doing too much, because it really only takes 3 steps. Now, I'm not gonna lie and say that this process is quick, but I will say that it can be quick. This process will go as fast or as slow as you allow it to go. So the quicker you can get your life together, the quicker you can open yourself up to getting everything that you want and need out of your relationships. And just so you know, these 3 steps came right from the Vision Planner 2020. It will be releasing really soon, and I'm also giving out a free edition when it releases.
The Vision Planner is a guided workbook that walks you through breaking your big visions and goals down into doable, less intimidating action steps. It includes guided questions over 6 different major life categories, including relationships, health, career, plus more.
Go ahead and go to QueenLamise.com/subscribe, pop your email in, and when this baby releases, it will be nestled up real tight in your inbox. But for those of you who are like me and need this baby in hand, toting it with you everywhere you go, I am going to do a secret, private pre-sale for my subscribers. You're going to be able to get first dibs on your physical copy. You'll also get it for a discounted price with the free gifts and all the delicious bonus pages that are inside. And when I tell you the bonus pages are my favorite pages, they really are. Now, I want you to keep in mind that this doesn't just mean romantic relationships, trying to get a boo or a bae or a husband or a wife. These things can apply to having friendships, to getting mentors, to improving your relationships with your family members, and I'm trying to think of some other relationships that we have. I don't know. They apply across the board. All right. So let's get into it. The first step is to figure out what you need to do to improve the relationships that you already have. A lot of times we can look at somebody else on the other side and be like, if you would just do this, and stop doing this, my whole life would change, okay? You would make me the happiest person on earth. But one thing you can't control is what other people choose to do. You can control how you respond and what you choose to do. So if you want your relationships to improve, then you're gonna have to take the lead and be the bigger person and lead by example. So figure out some things that you could do in each one of these relationships to improve it. Whether it be finding out what their love language is and really being intentional about doing things in that way to show them that you care. If your mother is a gift giver, don't keep giving her cards for Mother's Day. Get that woman a gift. Or if you tend to get aggravated by them a lot, so your responses to them are really snippy, then maybe something you can do to improve that relationship is count to 3 or 5 or 10 before you respond to them, so that your responses to them could be a little softer. People give back multiplied what you give to them. So if you snapping at them, they're gonna snap back at you, and then you're gonna snap back at them, and then they're gonna snap back at you, and then it's gonna get real. And we don't want that. So just jot down 1 or 3 things that you can do in each of those relationships to improve the current relationships that you already have. We need to start there. We've got to stop being so strong in this cutoff ministry. We have to be able to work with people and work through things in our relationships before we're just like, you know what? I'm sick of you. I'm not dealing with you no more. You not worth my time. Okay, are you worth theirs? Water the grass that you already have on your lawn before you think about trying to bring somebody else into your life. Because once they come into your life and they observe your interactions with the people you already have relationships with, then they are going to base y'all's budding relationships off of the ones that you've already had in your life for some time now. So you don't want them to come into your life and you got to be like, okay, now the relationship with my mom is a little complicated because this, and this that she did when I was growing up and when I was 3. And then me and my best friend, we really do like each other. We just fight a lot because in the 1st grade, she stole my man. She knew I liked Zachary because Zachary would bring me snacks. And then one day she was eating up all my snacks. And I'm like, you supposed to be my friend. And we just really never dealt with it or got over it. So just be aware. They're gonna be like, no. The second step that you want to do is to figure out what old relationships or what current relationships you have that you need to end. Now, I know I just gave you my whole spiel about not being so quick to cut people off, but some of y'all aren't so quick to cut people off. Some of y'all have had people in your life that you should have cut them off 10 years ago, and they still going strong, and every time they come around, you rolling your eyes, and you got something to say every time they leave the room, but you still keep them in your life, and you still keep them around, or they're still stabbing you in the back and you still keep them around. We have to figure out what relationships in our lives could be a cancer, an infection. Because one thing you know about an infection is that it spreads. So though the rest of your relationships could be okay, they could be good, one apple can spoil the bunch. If you go past that grace period of your relationships, if somebody should have only been in your life for a season and you have kept them around because you are such a loyal person or whatever the case may be, then it's going to start negatively not only affecting your other relationships, it can start affecting your health. It can start affecting your money. It can start affecting your perspective and your view of the world around you. So we really have to take an inventory of the people that we have in our lives that aren't serving us well, that haven't been serving us well. We have done our part to try to improve things and it's just not working out. Or it could be going okay, but you know God is telling you it's time to cut this off. You can't accelerate to your next level or the next dimension that I'm trying to take you into because you still have old stuff that you need to get rid of. So figure out what old relationships you need to get rid of to make room for step number 3. Now you get to figure out what new relationships you want in your life. Yay! See, it's not all bad. A new boyfriend, a new girlfriend, you want to open yourself up to finding love, to dating. If you know you need more friends, if you looking at the list that you have and you got like one person at a possible, you might need a little more friends, sis. I know you an introvert and all, but introverts still need friends, okay? Being introverted doesn't mean that you are a loner. We've really got to stop putting those two things together. People need people. God created us to have relationships. It's a means of survival. Or else when we are born, we would be born fully functioning. We would need parents to watch over us, to teach us, to feed us, to protect us. God set the whole thing up to where people would need people. So please get out of this whole introvert, loner, no friends, I'm good by myself. We not doing that. That's not, and I'm betting that that's not really what you want, actually, because you're here. You're on this video and you're trying to figure out how to improve your relationships and how to get those relationship goals. So we've just got to let go of that mindset. Get you some friends. Get you some good friends. And it's really important for us not to just accept whatever comes into our life. Just because we were sitting next to somebody in a class or at church, or we struck up a conversation with somebody in line at the store, does not mean let's be friends. You really have to be intentional about who you are bringing into your life, because you have to consider the fact that they're bringing their whole world with them. And who you connect yourself with has everything to do with what you accomplish in life, how far you go in life. Your connections are everything, and you become the 5 people that you spend the most time around. So we have to really make sure that the people we're bringing into our lives are aligned with our purposes, that they don't have a bunch of foolishness. I feel like the process that we take people through to determine whether or not we should date them, maybe not go about it the same exact, but what just happened with my mouth? Maybe not go about it the same exact way, but we should take as much care in who we allow to be our friends. We need to ask people these questions, like, what are your goals? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? What is your purpose? What do you like to do? What are, some things that you've overcome in the past? What do you think your struggles are? Because we are all sisters and brothers one to another. And when you invite somebody into your life, you could very well be helping them through some things, some challenges, or some struggles that they have. You can't just be like, oh, we're the same age, we like concerts, and we're both vegetarian, so we're friends. Girl, that young music loving vegetarian can bring all kinds of hell into your life. And we have to consider the fact that the enemy hates relationships of any kind. That's why he tries to make introverts feel like they need to be isolated, because in isolation, that's when he can have his. Isolation is the enemy's playground. He loves to get you by yourself so he could just plant all kinds of craziness into your mind. And then you don't have anybody around you to kind of run things by. Like, okay, I'm kind of feeling this. This is what I'm thinking. This is what's been on my mind. And there's nobody there to tell you, like, girl, that it couldn't be further from the truth. This is what I see in you. This is not true. This will never happen, so you don't have to freak out about this or be worried about that. There's nobody who can kind of put things into perspective when you're in isolation. So knowing that the enemy hates when we connect with people, especially when we have made a plan to intentionally connect with the right people, he's gonna try to do everything that he can to mess that up. So he's gonna bring somebody into your life that seems like, he loves a good counterfeit, that seems like they're cool and they're nice or whatever. As soon as you decide that you're gonna ride or die for this person, that's when all the craziness comes out. That's when you figure out they got a slight heroin problem. Or that's when you figure out that their parents passed away in a mysterious house fire. I'm being dramatic, but you get what I'm trying to say. So once you figure out how to improve the relationships that you want to keep, how to get rid of the ones that you don't, and what new relationships you want into your life, and really some characteristics of the people that you need in your life, then you are going to open your life up to experiencing the best relationships of your life. And this should not be just like a one and done type of process. This should be an ongoing process that you're always doing. Sometimes we can get caught up in our routines, like, oh, we've been friends for forever, that's just how she is. Like, you better run her back through one or two or three of these steps to figure out, listen, ain't nobody exempt. once you want to jump crazy or get out of alignment, or once your season is up, anybody. Okay, there we go with that cutoff ministry. We love cutting people off. You just gotta be balanced, okay? You can't just keep having people around who clearly aren't serving your life well, aren't bringing any positivity or anything good into your life. Especially if you've done all you can to improve the relationship. You can't improve a relationship on your own. So if you are the one fighting for the relationship and they're not, y'all have two different agendas. So I hope that this helped. If you've gotten to this point in this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. And then go to Instagram and follow me at Constance D. Gordon. Follow Queenly Me at queenly.me and join other singles who are learning how to pursue this purpose, okay, boo-boo, and learn how to do love the right way so that we can get the relationship of our dreams, because guess what? It does exist. Kind of lost in my sequence of videos right now, but I think by the time this video comes out, the tour of the Vision Planner 2020 has actually gone live. So, if so, that's gonna be linked down below. Now I feel pressure to make sure that that happens because I've mentioned it. You see how you kind of gotta trick yourself into getting stuff done? I hope that this helped you. I wish you all the best in accomplishing your relationship goals. If you have any other questions about anything I've said, or if you have some topics that you want me to touch on, you can drop them in the comments, or you can send me a message anywhere. Okay, you can email me, you can DM me, you can send me a message on my website. It don't matter, just get it to me, and I will be sure to create some content around whatever it is that you want to know, because if you want to know it and it's important to you, then it's important to other people too. I will see you same place next time.